Welcome to Purana Talk, another exciting episode of the Garuda Purana, Skanda 1, Section 1.
Chapter 204, Medicinal Drugs. Suta said, we've had a change of narrator. It's important to note this. It's a very interesting aspect of the Puranic texts is the shift of narration and the shift of frame of narration. And Suta is getting much more closer to the mouthpiece that utters the Puranas in whole. But Suta said, 1. Thus Dhanvantari explained to Sushruta the science of Ayurveda. I shall now mention the different names of drugs in brief. So we're going to begin a list of Ayurvedic medicinal plants primarily. But before we do that, Suta says, so that's how Dhanvantari explained the science of Ayurveda to Sushruta, as if that's what we've been listening to all along. And in a sense, that is what we've been listening to all along, since we started recording these, having already begun a long treatise on Ayurveda. It continues to tell us that it's been Ayurveda, and I suspected as much. Mm-hmm. All right. So here's some drugs in brief. Sthira. Vidarigandha. Gandha is like smell or scent. Shala Parani. Amshumati are the names of Desmodium gangeticum. So it says, all of these things are the names of Desmodium gangeticum. Gangeticum. Well, I'm clearly like Gangeticum. Okay.
Not sure what they're getting at.
Yeah, well, presumably this is a plant, the Desmodium. I think Desmodium, you could look it up, but it's a plant.
Yeah, that's a botanical.
And maybe this is a variety that's indigenous to the Gangetic Plain, and so it may have that. Next, Longali, Kalasi, Kroshtupucha, and Guha. Parenthetically, Mucuna pruriens. Again, 4 names for one plant, presumably. 3.
I'm not so sure. I think he's just giving botanical names when he knows them. Or something
and it just happens to be every 4th one in the last stanza. Yeah. It may be something. It sometimes is that simple. Okay. Varshabu and Punarnava, spreading hogweed. Bornaria diffusa. Kartila and Karuna, Harimordica, Momordica charantia, another Momordica variety here. This time it's charantia. Arunda, Urubuca amarda, Vardamanica. Now we've got a very strange notation here. He's, how would you interpret this? It's like, I can't see if you can see it, but anyway, he's lining things.
It's like he's equating.
But so, it's hard to say what with.
So
because
this list, Aranda,
Urubuca,
Amarda,
Vardamanica.
He thinks that's castor seed.
Which he calls Riconus comaminis.
I think he's just trying to give the botanical name there.
Yes.
And then he's saying...
in the 4th stanza, Jasha, Nagabala, Svadamstra, Gokshura.
Those are...
He's equating with Sida spinosa and Tygophilia tribulus terrestris. Shatavari, Vara, Biru, Pivari, indivari and vari. In the right, he has asparagus racemosus. Now, that's correct for shatavari, as I understand it. I don't know if these other names are synonyms
Well, this
or
seems
what.
to
This
be
is,
what he's implying anyway.
yeah, because this pattern keeps coming up with several names and then a scientific name. 5. Vyagri, Brihati, Krishna, Hamsapadi, Madhushrava, and this is Solanum janthocarpum. The list actually continues with Dhamani, Kantakari, Simhi, Singhi, Kshudra, and Nidigdika.
Nothing on the other side, so no botanical ID maybe.
And this is going to go on and on, so we're going to have some fun here, kids. Sit back.
It's a long list.
This is a little dictionary. And it all proceeds along the same way. So I'm going to read Vrichika, Triamrita, Kali, Vishagni, Sarpadamstrika, Markati, Atmagupta, Arshayi, Kapikachuka. These are associated with Mucuna pruriens. Mudgaparni, Kshudrasaha, Fasciolus trilobus, Mashaparni, Mahasaha, Turnamans labialis, Nyagrodha, Vakta, banyan tree, Ashvata, Kapila, Ficus religiosa. Well, the banyan tree is the Ficus religiosa, so it's like he's putting it on two lines.
I know.
In clarifying, the translator has made it very obscure what's going on here. Plaksha, Gardabhanda, Parkati, Kapitana, associated with Thespesia pahulnia. Partha, Kakubha, Dhanvi, Arjuna, and all Arjuna's names are the Pharmanalia Arjuna. 9. Nandi Vriksha, which is the Nandi tree. Prahohi, Pushtikari, Vanjula, Vetasa, a species of fig, it says first under Nandi Vriksha and Parohi and Pushtikari, but then it goes to Calamus rotong. The next line is Balatika Arushkara, and that's identified with Semicarpus anacardium. SEME carpus. 10. Lodra Saravaka Drishta Tirita is the Symplochus racemosa. Mahajambu Bharatpalla Balapalla, second variety. Eugenia jambolana. 11. Nadeyi Jalajambu, third variety. Wild jambolin. Karna Krishnopakunchi, Shaundi, Magadika, Hyperlongum, which is to say long pepper. Pipali mula, Piper officinarums. Now they're Pipali, which we think of as long pepper. It's now calling Piper officinarums, and it's distinguishing that apparently from the next line, which is Grantica ushana maricha as Piper nigrum. Now I've come to accept that maricha is Piper nigrum because it just is mirch, and it predates the arrival of lalmirch, which is red pepper, because that came with the Portuguese. So it was by default black pepper at that point. But I kind of wonder if the Pipali isn't being misidentified as
I wouldn't be surprised.
Piper officinarums. Okay. Shunti Vishva Mahaushada, it says dry ginger. And I thought Shunti was fennel, so I'm either wrong or it is. 13. Vyosha Katutraya Triushana Langali Halini, it says, well, it says Kartutraya, it says the three above. I can see that because it's like Trikatu, the three hot things, and that is ginger, Piper nigrum, and Piper longum, with no Piper officinarums mentioned.
I think officinarum is an archaic use anyway.
Is it a general term that
is preferred today?
It might refer to either longum or nigrum.
Yeah.
Black or long pepper, possibly.
Yeah, I think it's no longer used.
When it talks about Longali, Halini, Shreyashi, and Gajapipali, it says Pothes officinalis in the right. And Longali, I would guess, is clove, but it's not saying that. Trayanti, Trayamana, Utsa, Svaha, Thalictrum phalliosum, a variety of the above. Chitrika, Shiki, Vahini, all names of fire, is the Plumbago zelanica. Sardagranta, Ugra, Vacha, Shveta, Haimavati, sweet flag. Kurtaja, Vrikshaka, Shakra, Vatsaka, Girimalika. That is the Wrightia antidysenterica. Obvious what that's for. And Wrightia is Wrightia.
He's all the way to 16. We've got a ways to go.
I'm about to do 16.
Right. But what this is common name, botanical name, attempt. Somebody's attempted to sort out.
But the Sanskritic common name.
Right.
And at least some botanical and or other Western descriptives.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the fact that he mixes it up. He'll use Western common name and I think in some cases archaic botanical name.
And sometimes he's obviously just leaving it out because it's becoming clear to me that when I know many of these, they aren't being listed. Or he's following the pattern that he's established previously, whereas he doesn't tell you the second time. So he figures if he's already listed it, he's not going to bother this time. So he's only putting down the ones that, in any way, there are faults. 16. Kalinga, Indriyava, Arishta. Seeds of the above. Perhaps that's the Wrightia antidysenterica. Mustika, Kanti, Harenuka. That is the Mariscus cypress. And all names of cloud. Pardon me for readjusting here. Much taller now. 17. Ela, Bahula, cardamom. Sukshmila, Truti, smaller cardamom. Padma, Barangi, Kanji, Brahmanayashtika. This is Clerodendron siphonanthus. 18. Murva, Madurasa, Tejani, Tiktavalika, Sanseveria zelanica, which is to say from Ceylon or Sri Lanka. Mahanimba, Brahanimba, Deepyaka, Yamanica, that says Ptychosis, Ptychotis. It's quite a string of consonants before you get to the vowel. I guess the Y is being a vowel here. Mm-hmm. And the Nimba, Mahanimba stuff reminds me of Nimbu, and it sounds to me like it's a lemon or a lime, but it doesn't say that unless ptychosis means something like that. And I don't think it does, but I don't know. 19. Vidanga, Krimishatru, Ramata, Hingu. Hingu we know is asafoetida, but what it says in the right column is Embellia ribus. 19 continues with Ajaji, Jirika, which is cumin seeds. That one I would have expected. Zira is modern Hindi, or jira, and this is jiraka. Karavi upakunchika tells us is Nigella sativa, known as kalonji in Hindi.
It has a bunch of other designations
carom seed also.
Black seed. There's a whole bunch of names for it.
Yep.
Black cumin.
Black cumin, and
it's not.
It isn't black cumin, but
it's levanomist. Lutenomist.
Levanomist.
A common border plant for flower gardens in this country.
They're weird.
We don't use the seed usually.
They're cool.
But they're very good.
Plant some. They're really cool.
They're really oily.
Okay. Katuka, Tikta, Katuka Rohini, Tagara, Nata, Vakra, black hellebore cinnamon bark.
Boy. Well, you don't want to confuse those two things. Black hellebore will kill you quite dead. Cinnamon bark is quite benign.
Koka, Twacha. Actually, that would be chocha, because this is transliterated from the Sanskrit, and the C's are cha.
Okay.
So chocha, tvacha, varangaka. 21. Uditya, balaka, Ribeira, and all names of water. Pavonia odorata.
Very weird.
Patrika and names of leaves. Chorika and names of thieves. Laurus cassia.
Cassia is cinnamon.
But Laurus cassia, not cassia something, but...
Yeah.
Then 22. Hemaba, Nagakesara, and all names of elephants. Mesua feria.
Wow.
I'm baffled, really, by some of this stuff. Nagakesara literally means snake saffron. And then saffron follows in the same verse opposite these herbs. Asrik, kumkuma, kashmira, and vahlika.
Kashmir is where it comes from, largely.
And kumkum.
Kumkum, it was used as kumkum.
Kumkum could have an association, it's the red powder, but some of it is mercury oxide, some of it is, so.
It was used that way.
23. Ayaha, loha, iron filings. Loha in Hindi is iron. Pura, kutanata, mahishaksha, palankasha, and it has opposite that, kutanat. Kutannat. This may be the most boring episode we've done yet.
Oh, I don't know. Depends on how into names you are.
24. Kashmari, Katpala, Shuriparni, Shalaki, Gajabhaksha, Patri, Surabhi, Shravas, Boswellia serrata. It's made Boswellia 2 words. Boswellia would be frankincense, am I not mistaken?
Boswellia is frankincense.
And how about Myrica sapida?
Pardon us.
This is... Oh, we'll find out. It seems that... We're back.
We're back. Thank you.
Thanks for your patience. Now I have to figure out where... Oh, I know. We were back at the thing that wasn't hing, and saffron, iron filings, myrrh, boswellia. Here we go. 25.3. Amalaki, emblic myrobalan. Aksha, vibitaki, terminalia bilerica. Patya, abhaya, Putana, Haritaki, Indian myrobalans, Triphala, Palatrika, the three above together. Now the associations are starting to make a little more sense if you read them straight across from the group, because sometimes they are more than one name for the same thing. Udakirya, Dirghvritna, Karanja, also known as Karanji or licorice root. 27. Yashti, Yashtyahvaya, Madhuka, Madhuyashtika. This is Woodfordia floribundia. Dhataki, Tamaraparni, Samanga, Kunjara, white sandalwood. Sita, Malayaja, Shita Goshirsha, Sita Chandana, Rakta Chandana, red sandalwood. Strangely, when they were doing white sandalwood, Chandana wasn't on the list, and that's the more common term. But when you get the red sandalwood, you've got Sita Chandana, which is interesting, and blood Chandana, which is Rakta Chandana, is there, which is sort of in blood sandalwood. So it's an interesting. Kakoli Vira, Vayasya, Arka Pushpika is Rus succedanea. Shringi, Karkata Shringi, Mahagosha is manna of bamboo, probably bamboo pith. Maybe.
Well, maybe that variety of bamboo where you eat the shoot.
Maybe. Tugakshiri, Shubha, Vamshi, Vamshalochana, that is Vitis vinifera, grapes. Mridvika, Draksha, Gostanika. 31. Ushira, Mrinala, Savia, Limajaka, Juncus odoratus. Sara, Gopavali, Gopi, Bhadra, Hemidesmus indicus. 32. Danti, Kartankateri, Darunisha, Haridra, Rajani, turmeric. Pitika and all names of night, it says. 33. Vrikshadani, Chinaruha, Nilavali, Rasamrita, that is Tinaspora cordifolia, Vasukota, Vashira, Kampila, Polynesia Icosundra. 34. Pashana Bhedaka, Arishta, Ashmabhit, and Kutta Bhedaka, Coleus amboinicus. Ghantaka, Shushkaka, Vacha, Suchaka is Pentaptera tomentosa. Surasa, Bijaka, Pitashala, Vajravriksha, Mahavriksha, Indian kino tree, Euphorbia nerifolia, Snuti, Suruk, Sudha, Gura. And I think those are just continuations of that Indian kino tree. 36. Tulasi, Surasa, Upashta, holy basil, Kuteraka, Arjunaka, Parni, Saugandhi parnica, Asinium bagilicum, Nila, Sindhuvara, Nirgundi, Sugandhika, Sugandhi parni, Vasanti, Gulaja, Vitex trifolium. Now is it the most boring chapter we've done?
No.
Kaliyaka, Pitakashta, Kataka, yellow sandalwood, Gayatri, Kadira, Kandara, Acacia Katechu, Indivara, Kuvalaya, Padma, Nilopala, Saugandhika, Shatadala, Abja, Kamala, Lotus, Ajavarna, Urja, Shoria robusta, Vajikarna, Ashvakarna, Indian sal tree, Shleshmataka, Shelu, Bahuvara, Cordia mixa with narrow leaves, Sunandaka, Kakud, Andropogon citratus. I think these are all that. Bhadra, Chatraki, Chatra Samjnaka, all names of umbrella. Kabari Kumbhaka Drishta Shudvija Dhanakrit. 42. Krishnarjaka Karala Kamamana. Then Prachi Bala Nadikranta Kakajunga Vayasi. This is Leah Hvita. Leahvita. Mushika Parni Brahmanti Akuparnika is Croton polyandrum. Vishamushti Dravanam Keshamushti is Melia azendarak. CH. 44. Himlihi Kartuki black hellebore. Danthika umlavetasa sorrel acido zepholia. Ashvata bahupatra bhu amalaki Philanthus hiruri. Arushika patrashuka shiri rajadana minronsopia hexenbra. Mahapatra darima karaka pomegranate. Masura vidali shashpa kantakakya mahashyama vrikshapadi Ipomea tarpathium. Vidya Kumbhi Nikumbha Tribhangi Triputi Trivrit. Shaptala Yavatika Charma Charmakasa Orgawam vulgaris. Oregawam. It could be oreganum, oregano. Oreganum vulgaris, but it says oregaum. 48. Shankini, Sukumari, Tiktakshi, Akshipiluka. That's Kalmeg. Kalmegh. Oh my goodness gracious. Goes on.
It does. It goes on. It's like life. But it's a common name, Sanskrit common name, botanical name, index.
What was it in the original, though? Because it wasn't doing this in the original, because they didn't know all these Western names.
It's probably just this part. It's probably just the common
list.
Names, these and these and these and these and these.
All right, we're in the middle of 48. Gavakshi, Amrita, Shveta, Girikarni, Gavadini. This is colocynth, period. 49. Kampilika, Raktanga, Gunda, Rochanica. This is Meloctus philippinensis. Hemakshiri, yellow variety philippinensis. Gauri, Kaladugdika, black philippinensis. 50-51. Gangeruki, Nagabala, Vishala, Indravaruni. This is colocynth again. Colocynth. Cynth. Tarksha, Shaila, Anjana, Rasanjana, extract of Indian barberry. Mocharasa, Mocharasa, Shalmali Niryasa, Bonabax malabaricum. Bonabax malabaricum. Whatever the Bonabax, it's the one from the Malabar region, which is southwestern India. Pratyak Pushpi Kari Apamarga Mayurika. This is the Acheranthus aspera. 52. Singhasya Vrisha Vasak Atarushika. This is Adhatoda Vasacha. Jivaka Jivashaka Shakti Karbura. This is Curcuma geodaria. Katpala Somavriksha Agnigandha Sugandhika is Mirica sapida. Shatanga Shatapushpa Misi Madhurika dill seed. Althum graviolus. Gravileus, the way they've written it here. 54. Pushkara Mula, which means Pushkara root. Alpotaxis auriculata. Yasha Danvayasa Duasparsha Duralabha. This is the Alhagimarorum Fogonia arabica. 55. Vakuchi Somaraji Somabali is Ceratula anthelmintica. Markara Kesharaja Bringaraja is Welidelia calendulacea. 56-57. Eda Gaja Chakramarda Surangi Tagara Snayu Kalanasha Vayasi Mahakala Vela Tanduliya Ghanastana is Leia Hista? Question mark. Leia Hista? Also in the 56-57 stanza, Ikshvaku Tiktatumbi Tiktalabu bottle gourd Lauki. 58-59 Dhamargava Koshataki Yamini Lafu Egyptiaca. Egyptian Lafu.
Mm-hmm.
Vidyut Krita Bhedana Jimutaka Kudaka Devatadaka. A variety of above. Grihradana Grihranaki Hingukakadani. This is Caparis cipiaria. 60. Ashvari Ashvamarika Garavira. This is sweet scented oleander. Nerium odorum. Sindhu Sandhava Sindhuta Manimanta rock salt. 61-62 Kshara Yavagraja Yavakshara carbonate of potash berilla. Sarjikakshara Kanshisha Pushpakanshisha Netra Bheshaja Dhatukashi Isakashi green sulfate of iron. So Saurashthrimritikakshara iron pyrites. Kakshi Panka Parpati Samakshi Kadatu Tapyuta Sambhava. These are all iron pyrites. 64. Shila, Manashila, Naipali Kulati, red sulfate of arsenic.
Dangerous stuff.
Alum, Manastalica, Haritala is trisulfide of arsenic. 65. Gandhaka, Gandhapashana, Rasa, Parada, sulfur. Tamra, Adambara, Shulva, Mlechamuka, mercury copper. Mlechamuka. The Mlechas were, in ancient times, those that were beyond the pale, sort of beyond being outcasts, or they're the equivalent of the barbarians. Mlechas were known for their speech being the sound of mlech, mlech, the way the barbar sounded, what the barbarians sounded like to the Romans. But this is like the mouth or the face of the mlecha, is what they're called. And it's mercury copper. 66, 67. Adrisara, Ayas, Tikshna, Lohaka is iron, steel. Makshika, Madhu, Kshaudra, Pushparasa, honey. Pushparasa, flower juice, honey. Jyeshta, watery gruel. Kanjika, Savirika, Sita, Sitopala, Matsyandi, Sharkara. No, I take it all back. I take half of it back. Let's go back to Kanjika, Savirika, Sita, sour gruel. Sitopala, Matsyandi, Sharkara is sugar. That's the Sanskrit root of the word sugar, Sharkara. 68. Trisugandhi, Trijatika, this is cinnamon, cardamom, and cassia, equal parts. Chaturjatika, the above, with Mesuafera. So cinnamon, cardamom, cassia, and whatever Mesuaferia is. Feria. 69. Panchakola is 5 drugs, 5 plants. Pipali mula, which is pepper root. Chavya, Chitrika, and Nagara. So it's really a formula. Mm-hmm. And certain formulas get treated as single ingredients.
Yeah, well, that's still the case, I think.
Yeah, like Tripala gets thrown in with other individual. So Priyangu Kanguka is Panicum stalicum. Koradusha Kodrava is Paspalum scroliculatum. Light at the end of the tunnel. Triputa, Putta, Kalapa, Langaka is Lathyrus sativus. 71-72. Satina, Vartula, Venu, Pisum sativium, Pisum. Pichuka, Pitala, Aksha, Vidala, Padika, Karsha, Suvarna, Kavalagraha. This is a weight of 16 mashas.
So it's gone from, our last plant was in 70.
It's going to come back
now
to
it's
more
going into measures or something.
For a while. For a while. Okay. Palarta, Shukti, Hafapala, 73. Pala, Bilva, Mushti, Prash, that's 1 pala. Prashriti, 2 palas. Anjali, Kurdava, 4 palas. Ashdamana, 8 palas. Mana, also 8 palas. Prashta, 4 Kurdavas. Ardhika, 4 Prashtas. Kamsyapatra, Drona is 4 Ardhikas. Tula is 100 palas. Bhara is 20 palas. 76 stanza. The measurements and weights thus mentioned are for solid matters. In liquids, these measures should be taken as double. 77. Bhadradaru, Devakashta, Daru, Devadaruka, Pinus deodara. The deodar pine tree, sometimes called deodar cedar. Wait a minute, is that the same thing? Kushta, Amaya, drug Kushta, Mamsi, Naladamshana, possibly the same thing. 78. Shanka, Shuktinaka, Shanki, conch, Vyagrahi, Vyagranaka, tiger's claw, Pura, Palankasha, Mahishaksha, Gugulu, Bdellium.
Yeah, bdellium is dark myrrh.
79. Rasa, Gandharasa, Vola, myrrh. Sarja, Sarjarasa, resin. Priyangu, Halini, Shyama, C. Anti, previous. Gauri Kanta, same, presumably. 80. Karanja, Naktamala, Putika, Chirabilvika. This is Pongamia glabra. Shigru, Shobhanjana, Jnanamana, horseradish. 81. Jaya, Jayanti, Sharani, Nirgundi, Sindhuvaraka. See before. Morata, Piluparni. See before. Tundi, Tundikarika. See before. 82. Madana, Galava, Bodha, Ghota, Ghoti, Randia denmatorum. Chaturangula, Sampaka, Vyadhigata, Kamila. 83. Aragbadha, Rajavriksha, Cassia fistula. Raivata, Dashtaka, Atitikta, Flacortia romonchi, Kantaka vikankata, possibly the same. 84, 85. Nimba arishta. This is Melio azadirachta, azadirachta. Melio azadirachta. Patola, Kolika, perhaps the same. Nothing there. Vyashta, Vishva, Chinna, Ruha, Amrita, Vatsadani, Guruchi. This is Tinaspora cordifolia. Kiratatiktika. Bunimba. Kandaktika. This is the Agratotes chiraita. Suta said, O Hari, these are the names of drugs obtained in the forest. O Shaunaka, now I shall mention grammar as narrated by Kumara Kartikeya.
So, ends with Sita?
No, Suta.
Ends with Suta.
And he's one of the primary narrators of the Puranas. Like maybe he's this, is he the, no, it's Sukra that's the parrot's mouth. Sukta. I don't know. Suta. Just say S-U-T-A. And now he's saying, oh, Hari, these are the names of the drugs. And then in the next section, Kartikeya is being ushered onto the stage to have a few words with us on grammar.
Yeah, won't that be interesting?
I can't wait.
After this. The thing I found the most interesting about this section is the botanical name, common name, attempt to try to tell people these are all the same thing. These are all the same thing,
yeah,
and so forth. And then no remedies associated with these names. This
is the materia medica.
Yeah.
It's just the list of the primary things,
Right.
and multiple names for them. It's a very valuable list, in fact, and somebody could go through this much more systematically than just reading it, obviously, as we have. And first of all, update the scientific names, associate them. There are
Maybe
other books that
show
do
pictures.
this. There are other books that do this. I don't know if any of them specifically reference the Garuda Purana or if there is an herbal based on the Garuda Purana, but the bases for creating an herbal based on the Garuda Purana
It's
are
certainly
all here. So if
Mhm.
you want a project,
There is a project. It would make a great dissertation.
wouldn't it now?
Just say it.
Plant the bug.
Bye.